Hi everyone, I just wanted to share my testimony with you because I have high hopes and I have a huge desire for all of you to experience the joy and peace through having a relationship with God. And through having a relationship with God, it opens doors in your relationships with friends and family, with career, just everything. And I just really wanted to share this with you, hoping that it'll help you guys in your situation, whether it's different or not. I think we experience some similar things being human beings. Well, here goes. Started probably about 2.5, 3 years ago. I started recognizing that there were some serious issues with me because I was working long hours. I was really depressed. I didn't spend time with family and friends. And this went on for a couple of years. I'll admit I idolized work over my husband, over my friends, and over my family, and most of all about God. And there were a couple of years where I didn't talk with God for a long period of time because I felt guilty and I felt like I wasn't good enough. So I just did things my own way, and they went terribly down south, terribly wrong. Like I said, I was depressed, and about 2.5 years ago, my husband left. We separated, and that's when I recognized that there are some serious issues that I need to deal with, and the way I'm living my life, it's not working. So then that's when I started pursuing back a relationship with God, and I recognized that He wants, He just wanted me to come to Him as I was. It didn't matter about the mistakes that I had made. He didn't care about any of that. He just cared about me. Finally, those walls were broken down. And so from there, I started going back to church and have developed awesome relationships. And I'm out of this depression that I've been in. And these are some of the best years yet. And I know they're going to get better. But in regards to my husband, I know a lot of women can relate to this. I literally put everything I had into my relationship with my husband, and I made a lot of mistakes. My mistake wasn't being with him. That was actually a great decision, but I made a lot of mistakes, and so did he in our relationship. And but one of my mistakes was I put everything that I had into him, and then at one point I put everything that I had into work, and none of that was bringing me peace or joy. And I just remember sitting in bed one night and just asking God, why? Why do I need to wait? Because I felt this overwhelming need to wait for my husband. Like God wanted me to wait for him. And I said, I'm scared and I'm so alone, and how am I going to make this work? And what's the point? And I remember he said, well, I waited for you. Even when you were at your worst, I waited. Even when you weren't even planning on coming back, I waited. And he said that I'm your security. I'm the one who's going to take care of you, no matter if he's here or if you're alone in the jungles of Uganda, or I'm probably getting my geography wrong, but that really sunk through my head that it doesn't matter what my circumstance or situation is. He's always going to provide for me and be there for me. And I get a lot of people who ask me, like, how can you be joyful in a situation like that? And it's really hard to describe, when you're going through a trial and you're suffering. And I even remember reading in the Bible about one of the disciples being joyful while he was suffering, and I never understood that. I said, how can you be at peace when you're suffering? And now I understand it. It's not that you enjoy suffering. I'm not enjoying some of the trials that I go through on a daily basis, but you find that peace and joy when you have a relationship with God. it's just, he overcomes any circumstance that you go through, and he helps you to realize that that's not what he wants for your life. And it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be trials, or isn't going to be suffering. But if you follow God, he's going to overabundantly give you more than you put into your relationship with him. And to some of you men and women out there with families, even if you're single, whatever your circumstance is, whether it's a broken marriage or issues with children running away, your teenagers running away from home, and you've tried and you've tried and you've tried and you've tried. I would just encourage each of you to keep pursuing that dream and asking God to restore what's been taken from you, and he will. It could even be career related. Maybe you're a convicted felon and it's hard to get a job. God will restore those things that you desire. And I can't say that those things are going to be restored in the way that you want them, or they're going to happen in the timing that you want them to happen, but they will. And I'm hoping that those of you who listen to my testimony, that you'll either share it or you'll share your own testimony and make an impact. And bless all of you and have an awesome day. Bye.